Hey guys, Austin here with the pregame report between the Edmonton Oilers and the Dallas Stars. Now, why am I getting this pregame report out a full day early? Well, it's because tomorrow the Oilers play at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and I won't have time to do a pregame report in the morning for you guys. So I figured, you know what? I'll upload it today, and then that way we can start a discussion. You guys can get your pregame comments and predictions down below, and we can have a lot of fun with this. Also, the Oilers in their last 10 games against the Dallas Stars, they are 5-5. Their most recent meeting was back in November, where Sam Gagner had 2 goals in a losing effort. Edmonton lost that game 4-3 at Rogers Place. Now, you may be noticing I am wearing my McFarlane sweater here because it is a Stars matchup. The Oilers and Stars have a lot of history with each other, especially from the 90s and early 2000s, and that is the era that I grew up in. So I am wearing the McFarlane sweater to support that, to support the team heading into their matchup against Dallas. So, a couple pre-game fun facts before we get into the fun stats. Edmonton lost 6-3 to the St. Louis Blues. They are 2-3 since the All-Star break, and in those 5 games, they've given up 20 goals, which is actually pretty crazy to think about because in their 16-game win streak, in 13 of those games, they gave up 2 goals or less. So something on the defensive side of the game has changed. I don't know what it is. I mentioned it a little bit in my day after segment with the St. Louis Blues game from last night. Defensively, the structure seems to be a little shaky right now, and goaltending has started to regress. Obviously, we never expected Skinner to put up near .960 save percentage for the rest of the season like he was during the win streak. But Edmonton has to start to figure this out soon. They also need to start figuring out the penalty kill as well. Now, they were 6 for 8 against the Blues. St. Louis had 7 straight power plays against Edmonton, which is absolutely absurd. But I do have more thoughts on that in the day after the Oilers-Blues game. If you guys want to check that video out, it will be in the comments section below. Now, let's get into the projected lineup between the Oilers and Stars. Now, this was tweeted out by Jack Michaels, so this is from him. If the lines look different, you guys can all go after Jack Michaels, all right? So the top line, Draisaitl, McDavid, Perry. Draisaitl and McDavid are being loaded up for the Dallas Stars game. I don't know if I'm a big fan of this, but we'll see if it works out. That line did look good against St. Louis, and Corey Perry got his first as an Oiler, so congrats to Corey Perry. The second line is Kane, Nuge, and Hyman, which I think will be fine. Holloway, McLeod, Fogle is your third line, and we're going to start to need to see some production from McLeod or Fogle here. It's been 5 games since the All-Star break. I don't think either of them have found the score sheet in either a goal or in an assist. And then the fourth line, we have Janmark, Ryan, and Brown, which means Sam Gagner is a healthy scratch once again. And I am not a big fan of this from Chris Knobloch. I would rather see Sam Gagner reinserted into this lineup. And if you want to talk to me about the penalty kill, I don't care about the penalty kill anymore. The penalty kill is regressing. It's giving up goals every night. Janmark and Brown, either of them can sit at this point. Now, you can say, you know what, Janmark has speed. Okay, sure, great. Connor Brown, 0 goals in 40 whatever games now. Losing patience with him. Sam Gagner at least produces, and Sam Gagner, for the most part, has much better metrics than Connor Brown, Derek Ryan, and Mattias Janmark. So, not a big fan of that choice by Chris Knobloch if that holds, but I'm not the coach. So, I'm just one of those guys, as Mark Spector would say, I sit on the couch with beer in one hand and pizza in the other. In this case, it is a Red Bull in one hand. So the defensive pairs, we have Ekholm Bouchard, Narcisse, Kulak, Desharnais. And Calvin Pickard will get the start against the Dallas Stars. This does not surprise me. Stuart Skinner, not his fault against the Blues, and it's not really his fault that he gave up the 4 goals against Detroit either, but it's clear that he might just need a quick little reset. Calvin Pickard, that's going to be a tough match against Dallas's offense, because now that we get into the actual stats and numbers here, on Dallas's end, they are 34-14-6. They are 8-1-1 in their last 10 games. They are really starting to come out and show that they are a Stanley Cup contender in the Western Conference. They have won 3 straight, including a 9-2 victory over the Nashville Predators last night. Just absolutely destroyed Nashville. Dallas's expected goals for this season ranks 5th in the NHL at 54.75%. Their power play, little more mid at 13th. 22.4%. Their penalty kill ranks 7th at 81.9%. Their goals for per game, though, ranks 1st in the entire league. Dallas scores more goals than anybody else per game. Goals against per game, though, they do give up 3 goals per game. So it'll be interesting if Edmonton's offense can take advantage of that. And then their team save percentage is 90.12%, which also ranks 13th. Now, looking over on the Oilers end, they are 31-18-1. They are 7-3 in their last 10. Their expected goals for continues to remain in the top 3. It is still second in the NHL. Their power play is third in the league at 26.5%. Their penalty kill has dropped down to 14th at 80.6%. That penalty kill was almost top 5 coming out of the All-Star break, so that shows how much it has struggled since we have come out of that extended break here. Edmonton scores 3.5 goals per game, which ranks 4th in the NHL. Their goals against per game is now 11th at 2.88 per game, and their team save percentage is 90.90 at even strength, which ranks 7th. So, my score prediction, 5-4 Stars in overtime. I think we're going to have a bit of a shootout in Dallas. It is a matinee. I think Edmonton's going to get off to a bit of a slow start, and then I think they're going to pick it up. Speaking of slow starts, that just seems to be the pattern with Edmonton. I would like to see them get the jump early, get a lead, and then hang on to the lead. But Dallas is a very, very good team. Edmonton struggles for the most part in matinees. At least it feels like they do. So don't be surprised to see Dallas take this one in overtime. Player to watch, Corey Perry. Let's see if he can sustain that production on the first line with Draisaitl and McDavid. He is slow, but he does have hands in close to the crease. So I'm assuming that line is basically just going to be like, hey, Perry, park yourself in front of the net. And Draisaitl and McDavid, they're going to do the work and get the puck to your stick. What are your guys' game day predictions? Let me know in the comments section below what you think is going to happen in the game. Does Connor Brown finally score? At this point, I don't care if he does. At this point, I wouldn't care if he was put on waivers. I may sound super negative right now or indifferent, but I'm losing patience with him. I've been trying so hard to be positive, but I can no longer remain positive with Connor Brown these days. So let me know your game day thoughts down in the comment section below. If you guys liked the video, make sure you hit like. If you really liked it, make sure you hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.